Hello, and welcome to the Intellectual Idiocy podcast. It's been a little while since we've done anything like this. Not Helldivers related, so we're going to be doing a little bit of that. And you won't know this when the video comes out, but this was filmed on Valentine's Day. Hooray!
I'm feeling
We
romantic.
got some Valentine's Day related topics that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
Very unceremoniously. Today we are being joined by myself, Too Tasteless, Earth, you may also know as Caleb, Apple Juice, you may also know as AJ, and the Tater Tot, you may also know as Adam.
Don't forget it.
When you said my name, I made a really loud noise, but it didn't come through my mic.
Yeah, I'm noticing
Yeah,
that.
I heard it in your room. Like I heard a sound, but I didn't hear it pick up, and I was like, "What?"
I think it was like it's like that. It's like clearing my throat, but it's fine.
I can help with that.
What?
Hey,
Anyways,
Already?
Also,
anyway,
need to be done in any particular order.
listen, don't blame me, bro. It's on. Today is Valentine's Day. I'm feeling romantical.
was in a
We were
romantic.
talking about this earlier, and it got a little heated. We were talking about Valentine's Day candy. And the chocolates that are associated with such. Why don't you two
Or just chocolates in general.
tell us what you think about Kit Kats?
Go ahead, Caleb.
I like Kit Kats. It's not that I don't like Kit Kats.
Now explain the eating process of one.
Okay, if it's just two Kit Kats, I just bite it because I'm not breaking it. There's no point. I can just eat the two. It is no different. If it's a 4, I'll break it into 2s and eat it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go off the assumption that we're already 15 seconds in. What kind of fucking Neanderthal eats a Kit Kat that way?
Us.
I'll say.
Okay.
And other
Are y'all
people?
just not a fan of odd numbers?
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Right? One Kit Kat. That is a small little Kit Kat. Right? But 2 Kit Kats, decent size. They're just pretty normal. So I just eat it.
Look,
right? But 4.
If it was like a Hershey bar, I wouldn't care as much. Even I would still be a little irritated. But the whole point of a Kit Kat is to break it. That's like
the company has issued a challenge. They have asked you to break them off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Well,
it's by design.
Actually, when you take a bite out of it, and if you don't eat it, you're breaking a piece of it. So it's breaking a piece.
It's break me off a piece. I don't want what's been in your mouth.
Listen,
I'm not asking you to mother bird me a piece of a Kit Kat bar.
Okay, but here's the thing: when you go in and you buy the 4 Kit Kats, right? I'll break it in half. I'll break it into 2, then eat it.
Okay.
Well, okay. If you go through the process of breaking it into 2s, why don't you break it into individuals
2s and then eat the 2s?
Yeah.
Why?
But do you also eat the paper on a Reese's cup?
No.
I think my thing, because AJ brought up
Baby Bell.
AJ brought up the fact, the same thing as Hershey's. You can break it off, but I feel like most people don't break it off. They just kind of eat it as it is because I'm not trying to break off a piece of that tiny Hershey. I'm gonna eat it whole.
Do that though, because they're molded. They're molded in that way to do it.
Like I break off the tiny rectangles with my teeth as I'm eating it, but if it doesn't break off as a rectangle, I'm not distraught. If I were to break a Kit Kat in a way that I only broke off 75% of it rather than 50% of it, that would send me into a psych ward. I just couldn't handle that.
What if I melt it in the microwave and eat it with a spoon?
What?
That is just
wafer.
psychotic.
The wafer wouldn't melt.
That is psychotic.
You are on your own with
This is this is not even the same
God.
discussion.
Listen. All right, I get like you can break off a piece of a Kit Kat. You can break off a piece from a Hershey's, but you don't have to do it. It's not. It doesn't say on the back of the Kit Kat. If you don't do it, you're gonna get shot in the head.
It's not that you don't have to. It's that y'all are acting like y'all never do. Like this is
Well,
just
it might
how
not
y'all
say
eat
it
them.
on the back of the packaging,
You know,
but I will
AJ,
shoot you in the head.
You know, AJ, I literally did say that when it comes to the 4s, you know, the normal ones you go and you buy at a store,
It's the
I break.
same principle, man. Just you're supposed to break them off into the little like thin pieces.
Yeah,
and eat it that way, like the thin sticks. You're supposed to. That's how they're designed.
Well,
AJ, y'all be surprised how many people don't actually break it.
This should just be like, what do you mean?
I'm surprised that I'm gonna call the 2 people that don't. If there's 3 people in the world that don't, I'd be even more surprised.
The people who do that are in the call, right?
Yeah, the only 2 people on the entire planet.
I just think eating it with 2 is.
You're insane.
I think breaking it when you get a 4 and you break it into 2. I think that's just. I don't think that's that uncommon with people. Now I do think eating all 4 is a bit crazy. But I think just breaking it in half.
That's where we draw the line.
That is where I draw the line. That is where I draw the line.
What do you
even?
It's
the same thing.
No, it's not.
It doesn't. I mean, what do you even gain from if you have just a 2-piece Kit Kat? What do you gain from just breaking it? You don't gain it.
Okay.
Makes a nice.
Wow.
AJ, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break it.
Design.
I'm gonna break it down to you, AJ. Why breaking 4 is different than breaking 2. So you got the 4 Kit Kats, right? If I just bite into that, there's gonna be shit on the side, like when you eat a burger. But if I break it in half and eat it with 2, it just eats. I just eat half of it. There's nothing left.
Okay, so
you just eat it.
Your
That's why
litmus test for the things that you'll eat is it just boils down to will it fit in my mouth?
When it comes to a Kit Kat,
Caleb, you can eat like an entire like Kit Kat stick in like 2 bites.
Yeah. So why not just streamline the process and eat the 2 instead of the 1?
So is the problem you'll just eat food too fast?
It's about the journey.
When I'm eating a Kit Kat bar, I'm not gonna sit here and like try. I'm not trying to.
By eating it.
Look, like, my problem
with this logic, why don't you just blend up all of your food and eat it as a smoothie?
Because I don't go that far with it. When I'm eating a Kit Kat, typically, like, I'm trying to eat it pretty. It's a little snack. It's not like a delicate meal.
And you enjoy your snack. You sit there and you chew on it for a little while. You feel the textures. When I eat a Kit Kat, I let the chocolate dissolve in my mouth, and then I eat the wafer.
Look, my problem is not the fact that y'all do this. Is that y'all act like it's a normal thing to do.
It is. It is.
I think eating the 2 Kit Kats is a pretty normal thing that you would be surprised at the amount of people do.
It's more normal. It's more normal than you think.
I think that is more normal.
If people watch this, we need to ask them what they think. Have like a poll or something.
Next, they're gonna try and explain to us how it's normal to eat crayons.
Like
I'm not a Marine, okay?
I refuse to believe there's a single other person on the planet that eats Kit Kats like that. I refuse.
Of Valentine's chocolates, though. You know those like milk chocolate M&Ms that like the little bags that they hand out during Valentine's Day, and how they're like different colors. They're like Valentine's Day colors. Those are like twice as good for some reason. I don't know why.
I've never noticed a difference.
I haven't really noticed it.
Maybe it's a psychological thing.
A pretty girl. That's why. But
I think it's more of just a psychological thing.
I just like the colors. They got pink in there. Big pink fan. I don't know if you could tell by my avatar.
Like, okay, so you know those assorted chocolates you can buy?
Yeah.
What's y'all's favorite one out of those?
Good choice, honestly.
Oh, I have to think.
like the one with the little
I can't even
vein
remember
on the
all of them.
top, like a little
Okay.
square. And it's got
Okay.
all that like
What are we
caramel
talking
on
about
the
here?
inside.
What are we talking about?
Dude. Whoa, now.
Hey, what are we talking about here?
Dude, started panicking. God.
I get it Valentine's Day, but
square
God.
ones. They're very good.
I'm gonna actually
also
look up
ones with,
what all
like-
the different ones are.
Oh, shoot, I don't know what they're called.
Like the
But
caramel
they're not.
ones?
Whatever they're full of is not edible.
Is it like
It tastes
I
really
like
good.
is it like the caramel ones?
The caramel one is really good, but I'm talking about a different one. It's full of
I
like
like
this
the-
this purplish foam.
Oh, not a
It's
half and
really
half.
good, but
Half
I
and
don't
half
like
with
all
those.
of it.
This is just a me thing. We're talking about like just sort of chocolates, you know. You have some that is like chocolate and caramel, and then you have like coconut and chocolate. I hate coconut and chocolate.
I do
I
too.
hate
I
coconut
don't
and
like the
chocolate with a
coconut cream
passion.
one.
The same thing.
I don't like anything that's
chocolate.
coconut flavored. Really.
It's the same thing with like chocolate and mint. Chocolate and mint is nasty, especially dark chocolate and mint. That is gross.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
like
mind
dark
mint as
chocolate.
much.
If anyone out there likes any of that, I'm coming for you.
And I like
Just
mint.
know it. Just know.
But just give
I like-
me mint. Give me a lightsaber, man.
Like a mint by itself is fine, but do not if you mix it with chocolate, I am coming after you. It is just mint and chocolate is just gross.
And if you
I do
even
not comment.
think about giving me any of that York peppermint patty bullshit,
Oh, I'm
Die.
charging full strength.
Die.
I'm turning
into the air
Doom-
fryer with you.
I'm turning into the Doomslayer at that point.
I'm looking at the chocolates now, and I'm seeing. I understand what Lance means by the vein.
Yeah, the vein makes it.
I don't
better.
know. I knew
Those are the
exactly what
best
he was
ones.
I knew exactly what he was talking about, but as soon as I heard like it being veiny, I was like, "What are we talking about? What are we talking about?" Like I get it's Valentine's Day, but come on.
And that stuff with like the orange stuff inside, that like
Yeah.
it's also
Oh.
typically a square. That is so
Oh, yeah.
good.
It is so good. That is so good.
I'm trying to find a list of all the different
I'm
kinds,
kind
but
of
I don't think I can't.
Well, there's
I'm
there's
kinda
caramel.
basic.
There's caramel.
Well, obviously.
There's
But
dark chocolate
there's
caramel.
different kinds of caramel.
There's like a nut caramel one. There's like
Oh,
there's truffle. There's I forget the rest. I think there's a vanilla one.
Here, I found a list, but it's just a product. I don't know if it has all of them. There's like
Does it
in the
have pictures?
caramels section you have plain almond, macadamia, and cashew.
What the fuck?
These
What
have like nuts in them, I guess.
Dude,
New
there's
territory.
lore to the art boxes.
New
They
expansion pack's been added.
And then they got
Expansion pack.
truffle. The truffle is dark chocolate, milk chocolate, key lime, white chocolate,
What?
Holy
coffee, blood orange, cinnamon, lavender,
I think blood orange is the one.
Bro,
that I
I'm gonna
like
put
so
this
much.
link in the Discord. I want y'all to go look
Cholula
at this.
chili. What the frick is Cholula chili?
Dog, I don't think I
Warm
could
and
eat
not
this.
hot spicy.
I don't think I could
I'm
eat
too
this.
busy like kicking my feet and like eating chocolate on my bed to notice all of the like the subtle differences
Look
in
at
the 4 different kinds of caramel.
$160.
I just sent
hold up.
y'all a link. Look at all of the. Look at all of the chocolate.
Does freaking Gordon Ramsay
It's
make
4
this?
pounds of chocolate.
Yeah,
Did they
this
find
is
John
by
Chocolate
the
Maker?
See's Candy Company. I think these are the same people who make the.
You know what's funny?
What's
Is
the
that
lint? No, what are they called? The things that are wrapped in gold foil.
Lynn,
The little balls.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the little ball guys. There's a lot of chocolate ball fans out there. If you're a big fan of chocolate balls, let us know in the comments. I think they make these as well.
Express your love for chocolate balls.
I'm not gonna lie. While we were talking about like that whole Kit Kat stuff, I'm kind of going back into that. I've been eating Kit Kats.
I was eating some Kit Kats earlier.
But yeah, you're eating it the inferior, subhuman way, aren't you?
Okay, I'm gonna stop
The
you there.
Neanderthal
AJ.
method.
It's just the mini ones. It's them by themselves. It's just one. All right.
Okay.
So chill
All right.
out. Chill out.
You
Alright,
would
that's
probably say break the minis in half, AJ.
No. No. I'm not.
No, if you don't eat Kit Kats by picking off all the chocolate with your fingernails,
Get like a floss pick, and you have to eat like the particles individually.
no. But we're gonna put a link to this in the video description in case any of you are feeling like sending a $160 4-pound chocolate box to your Pookie Bear.
That's a crazy way of putting it.
I
I know
don't.
who I'm sending it to.
By the way, Lance, those chocolates are called Lindt Lindor.
Also,
Lindor.
there is one here called Nuts and Chews.
Lindor
What?
is a wizard name.
You said what now, Caleb?
There's one called Nuts and Chews.
What is that?
That's what they used to call
You
me.
can get them in.
Nut-
They have
What-
so
what is-
much chocolate in this. They're
does that
sorted by
mean,
the
guys?
pound. You know how
Let
much
me-
chocolate you have to have when you start sorting it by pounds?
There's so
Chocolate.
much. Oh, they got nougat. Oh, there's so much. Vanilla nut caramel.
Man,
Coffee,
these chocolates really,
chocolate
really
walnut
good right now,
fudge.
man.
Blueberry truffle. Where's this nut one you were talking about? What did you say, Caleb? Milk vanilla nut cream.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I think vanilla nut cream is ridiculous.
Dude, there are like 4 euphemisms for sperm in that name alone.
I started rubbing my hands together immediately. I'm like the freaky Sonic gift.
Oh my god. This is awful.
Who
This is
buys
awesome.
that?
What do you
Like,
mean?
I don't know if I would feel like happy or like concerned if someone bought me $160 worth of chocolate.
It better be damn good for that much money.
Like, that
I
better
don't
be.
think its price point is really like how good it is either. I think it's just like the variety.
Yeah.
It has a
How
decent
much?
variety. That's true.
My mom has like it's sorted chocolate box, and the first one I picked up, obviously they have like a sign or like a paper they give you inside the box. It's like telling you which chocolate is what. I didn't look at it. First one I picked up was a dark chocolate coconut. It was so nasty.
Oh,
That explains why you have a
sounds really
bias
good.
against it.
Yeah, that sounds like what are they called? Almond Joys. I fucking love Almond Joys.
No, I hate almond.
I'd like
I
to
hate
expand further.
anything coconut.
I'd like to expand further on what you said earlier. You said obviously they were labeled. I have never gotten one of those chocolate heart boxes that was labeled.
Well,
Usually they're
like,
at the bottom.
Okay, if I think some of them are like on the back, but like my mom has like the kind of big chocolate boxes. So when you open it, it has like a little paper thing that tells you what chocolates are. But I looked at it, but I didn't like thoroughly did research. I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna pick one up. And first one was coconut. I'm not a big fan of coconut. I don't know how I can make that more clear. I despise coconut. Almond Joys, nasty.
I don't either.
Is there a candy that you could receive from your unnamed Pookie Bear that would make you like instantly dump them on the spot, other than peppermint patties?
Anything like it could be that or anything like. I wouldn't say coconut. I wouldn't like if they got me like coconut, like chocolate coconut stuff. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, you're done. I'd be like disgusted.
Wait, how did you even come to think I liked this?
But like how I made this so clear. I hate coconut. I'd have to actually really think about it.
I don't. There are very few things that would just make me like break up with them on the spot. Like maybe like a peel-on lime.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not even like a Valentine's Day candy.
Mint
I don't think
chocolate
there
ice
is
cream is
a
pretty high
candy.
up on that list.
Ooh.
Oh
I tried
yeah.
to look
that
up
would
some
be
of the
like-
worst. I tried to look up some of the worst candy just to like get an idea. And one of the things that popped up was Sugar Daddy Milk Caramel Pops.
The fuck?
I wanted to mention that.
Okay, that might be one.
And maybe like none of our like international viewers or anyone outside of the state of Alabama is gonna know what this is. But one of those like cowtails. I don't really like they're not the greatest.
you're
I don't
talking about.
hate them. But like I feel like
You're right.
if somebody got that for me, that would be like a huge sign that they know nothing about me.
I was gonna say, if
Okay,
they got me
here's the-
cowtails, they would unlock some memories, bro. I like
Okay, Lance,
cowtails. I won't
Lance,
lie.
I'm gonna flip your question, Lance. What candy would you like get from your Pookie Bear that would make like you fall in love with them instantly? Like what candy?
I have an answer
Nerds
for that.
clusters.
Do y'all know those like the Jar Jar tongue
No.
stickers?
No.
Why?
That one.
Why?
Because then I would just know at that point that she's the one.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
she's a
just
freak for
saying.
real.
I've made this very clear. I really like gummy bears, so you give me a bag of those.
I'm buying some
Man.
right now.
Sour gummy bears or plain gummy bears?
Both. I don't care.
I'm
I don't
buying both right now.
discriminate. I don't discriminate. I'll eat both.
I discriminate.
Preferably,
What do you mean
I
by
would.
that?
Yeah, I discriminate.
Oh my god, there's a Japanese. Do we sell this in America? Dark chocolate Kit Kats?
I don't
Oh,
think
I
yeah.
think we do actually.
We do.
Yeah,
I've never
it's
seen
kind of-
I've
those out
seen
in the
something
wild.
like that in the store.
I actually
I've
would
gotten
like to
one as
try
well.
that.
Dude, that sounds
I would
amazing.
like. I would like to try, dude. I really
try
want some
both
dark
of
chocolate
those
now.
together connected.
Yeah, eat them the Neanderthal method, of course.
Eat a
Normal
Kit Kat and its
society.
vestigial.
You know what?
twin.
What?
You know, just because you said that, when I eat the dark chocolate Kit Kat, I'm gonna actually eat it the normal way, as y'all put it.
Yeah.
As
Try it
we
as
put
Yeah,
God
the
intended.
sophisticated way. Like y'all are over here describing eating a Kit Kat like y'all live in like the British royal palace where
Not
they
the
cut their grapes.
sophisticated way. It's what.
No, it's the sophisticated way, you animals.
Like where they
What are y'all gonna tell me next? Y'all are gonna have it on a plate, like just the one piece. You're gonna eat it with
Eat it
a
on
fork.
fine china
That-
with
that-
silver cutlery.
That method's better than whatever caveman
No,
method
it's
you
not.
guys use.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
Greg eat with rock.
It's like eating. No, that is awful. Why would you eat it with a fork? It's like eating pizza with fork.
You guys
No.
open the package and you get scared by the sound. You're like, woo, woo, woo.
That's why y'all don't break it, because it makes a loud snapping sound.
I hope the people that like listen to this agree with me and Adam. It'll be the most validating
They
thing in
won't.
the world.
They won't.
What if they do?
I
What if they do? What if they do?
Yeah,
What are you gonna
somebody
do?
show this to a
Color me
mental
surprised.
hospital so Caleb and Adam can have some people agree with them.
Oh my god.
This is
You
the
guys feel
whole
about
podcast.
Whoppers? You guys know Whoppers
What?
that like chocolate candy?
I'm not.
Is
a
that
big
the
fan of-
chocolate balls?
Yeah, the chocolate balls. Sometimes
not-
they come in like a milk carton. What's up with that?
I'm not.
I don't
I'm
mind.
not a big. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't
Dog.
think they're horrible, but most of the time when I get them, they're just not. They're just not good. Like they either like gone bad, like half. Like it's okay.
Adam, remember when you asked the question, if your girlfriend got you something, what candy? And you would instantly fall in love with them?
We're
Dots.
friends. We don't discriminate around here.
Dots. I love dots.
Honestly,
Those are good.
Underrated
I
as
don't
hell.
I fucking love dots.
I feel
I
like
would
most
used
people
to
like them.
fiend for them
They don't
red
like them because
dots.
they're kind of like they're like waxy. They have like this starchy texture to them. Get over it, man. Get over it. They're
Oh,
so
some
good.
dots, man. Love dots.
man, if I had to pick if I couldn't pick gummy bears, I'd have to think. If you get me just like a Snickers bar, I would love you forever. I love Snickers.
You know what? Honestly, I feel like the best candy, in my opinion, on the entire planet, like the best sweet treat that somebody could get me is a sleeve of cookie dough. I don't even care if I get salmonella. It's part of the process.
That's part of the fun. That's part of the fun.
That's part of the gimmick.
I love cookie dough.
I'm not a big fan of cookie dough.
I don't have much to say about all this because I don't eat much candy anymore.
Okay, so you would say like ideal partner gift is like A5 Wagyu.
Well, that's why I wanted the
ideal,
like a roast beef sandwich.
That would be fire.
Anyone out there, if you're trying to like next Valentine's Day, you don't know what to get your snake-fit other, just get them a jackhammer. Just get them a jackhammer.
Shit,
get a sword.
Roast
Get a
beef
sword.
sandwich for my significant other.
Get a
You need a Baconator from Wendy's.
Get a Baconator from Wendy's, dog.
Or get me the quarter pounder from
or
McDonald's.
Some Rolos.
Just get Just give me some fast food.
Give me some
better yet,
the live grenade.
I love Rolos.
You know what? Better yet, for some reason, if you ever encounter AJ, get him a lemur. I'm not gonna explain why.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You're
Bad
gonna lose
idea.
him. If you're dating AJ and you get him a lemur, then you're losing. He
I
found
don't know what y'all are
something better.
talking about, guys.
You're losing the lemur and you're getting dumped.
Okay. Like
he doesn't need
instant.
you. He doesn't need you anymore.
Wait, there's Reese's popcorn?
What?
That sounds mid at best, if I'm being honest.
I mean, is it like peanut butter popcorn, but with like chocolate in it?
What are you doing?
Oh, okay. It's popcorn with chocolate drizzle and peanut butter.
Okay. Now you sold me.
Okay, that actually does sound good. Here, I'll send y'all the link.
You remember that time that Reese? And I thought it was like in April.
Yeah, that looks good actually.
Like, you remember when Reese's made a Reese's cup that had like a potato chip in it?
Yep.
Oh, what the fuck?
Everyone went crazy. Was going crazy about that.
I didn't. What is that like caramelized popcorn thing? Orville Redenbacher. I was not expecting it to be like that. I was thinking it was just like they put like seasoning over regular popcorn. That
I don't know what they did.
They're onto something.
They
with
got
that.
animal crackers.
Reese's animal crackers.
Are you on like the Reese's website right now?
Oh,
you're on the Hershey's website.
Well, Hershey owns
Forgot
Reese's.
that they're like a conglomerate.
Yeah, they're John Candy is what they are.
John Candy.
They own everything.
Animal
John
cracker
Candy.
Reese's dipped animal crackers. I don't know what to think about that.
That's interesting.
Wait, are they lathered in chocolate or peanut butter?
How do you guys feel about some animal crackers?
I think, okay, if it's just by themselves, I think they're all right. But I think if you are like eating it with something, like you're kind of like dipping it into something, whether it be like, you know, chocolate or something, I think it makes it better. But like by itself, right?
I would never like go out and seek a big bag of animal crackers. But if I open my lunch and there's like an apple and a ham sandwich and a little bag of animal crackers in there, those animal crackers are going to be the best thing I've ever eaten in my life.
So that'd be.
I remember.
It's just like a little garnish to a meal, you know. It's just like it tops it off.
I remember sometimes you would get that in like some of the school lunches, but then sometimes you get like the cinnamon like Scooby snacks. Those are good.
Man, those are good.
I was talking about food and I'm getting hungry.
I got Taco Bell on the way.
I'm like I'm like salivating now of the mouth.
That's off the record though.
It's not because of
Taco
the
Bell
food. It's actually because of AJ, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Anyways.
This Valentine's Day. It's got me in heat.
What?
It's all
What now?
I'm glad he understands. See,
What
Lance gets me. Lance gets me. This is why Clint's #1 homie. He's feeling romantical too.
Yeah. Me and Adam are in that white van outside AJ's house, planning right now. Like real homies.
Yeah.
We're gonna draw him out
Also-
with a lemur.
Yeah.
What is okay?
While we're waiting, we gotta pass some time too. Anyways.
I'm gonna delete the group channel in 3 days anyway. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. To let you know, this group channel is going to be deleted before this video comes out.
Yeah. So absolutely no one's gonna see this but us. That is it.
Oh, that's
But,
not
like-
true, by the way. I feel like I have to say that.
We're gonna delete the channel, and then we're gonna start a Patreon. It's the only way you're gonna be able to watch.
Yeah, we'll do that, or
We're
we'll
gonna
just go
paywall
to making
everything.
slop content.
And we also have an Illuminate video. Well, not a Helldivers video. That we're working on trying to get it out before the major Illuminate update comes out. It'll probably come out before this video, if I had to guess, but you know,
We'll see.
it's a
Y'all
lot
have
of
either
work.
done
It's gonna
watched
be-
that video.
It's gonna be a big one.
Y'all have either done
It'll be a
watched that
big one.
video already, or it'll come out the day after this one. One of the two.
They're
Yeah,
putting the
our-
pressure on me.
Our local sweat, Apple Juice, has
And
been
then just-
working on this.
The
one a
local
lot.
The
sweat is
local
crazy.
sweat.
Also,
Yeah.
completely
Yeah,
off
it's gonna
topic.
be- it's gonna be-
Well, not really. All this talk about chocolate made me eat chocolate. I'm
So
eating
nice
some
of you to
Hershey's.
Back
that I
on
have.
topic.
Chocolate at arm's length.
Back
No,
on topic.
just wanted to be honest.
Some stuff about Helldivers has happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We had the new war bond come out, and
A planet prolapsed. It's pretty cool.
that's a way of putting it.
That is one way to describe it.
But a new war bond came out, Servants of Freedom, and if y'all don't know, we made a a war bond tier list. Where we ranked all the war bonds. And I think it would be fitting to put Servants of Freedom in the war bond tier list. So, I think it's S tier, just already. I don't know where y'all would put it, so I'll let y'all talk about it. I think it's
I
S
couldn't
tier.
imagine it being anywhere like other than the top of A or like the bottom of S. It really belongs there. It's very good. Any war bond that allows you to strap a hell bomb to your back is S in my books.
I think
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
if
S
I'd
tier,
call it
definitely.
better than detonation. I'd have to really think.
What's that little doodad called? The little secondary guy that just shoots hell
Ultimatum.
in a single shot? Ultimatum. Yeah, that thing. They nerfed it. They only allow you to carry one shot, regardless of whether or not you have.
Unless you find ammo.
Yeah, you can find ammo and you can carry two,
You
but
just
that's
can't. When you
it's
land,
only
you have
one
shot.
spare shot that you can carry, and you have the one shot that's in the chamber when you land. You'll never be able to spawn with that one spare shot, and you know it's not well. Actually, there is one way. I'm pretty sure this is a glitch, but if you have the siege ready armor, then you can carry an extra shot with you along with the spare magazine. So if you were to pick up an ammo pickup, you get 3 shots in total. A little absurd, if you ask me. But it's a pretty silly little gun. I see
like
it
it.
being nerfed. I don't know if you know this, but a one-shot stratagem jammers and detector towers. Little absurd for a
It does
secondary.
1,000 explosive damage. But I think
Yeah,
it also
2 shots
goes
factory strike.
through Illuminate Warp Ship shields, which I think is kind of crazy. It just goes through their shields.
I don't think it
Yeah.
goes through it. I just think it destroys
Yeah, it does
it.
enough damage to destroy
And
the
kills,
shield
yeah.
and destroy the ship. Which is pretty absurd.
Um,
I really feel like this update was really just trying to stick it to factory striders.
Yeah. Just stick it to big
Yeah.
stuff, which scares me because what are they going to be adding with the Illuminate? Then they need to make a giant fuck big shit war bond with the portable hell
Yeah.
bomb, this thing. The sickle can do heavy armor penetration. Double-edged
Mhm.
sickle.
A lot of people treated it like a like just a nerf because they made it where if it's a low percentage, it only does light armor penetration. When before it always did medium.
I
Which their
think
intention was to have it that way at launch.
Yeah, they just that was
They're
I
just
think
bad
they
at
just made it
coding.
have that. Yeah.
I think it is an overall nerf because now to get it to where you're reliably doing medium and heavy armor, you have to kind of plan for it. Whereas before you could kind of just run it and you're always
I don't
getting
know.
medium armor. But
Having a heavy armor penetrating primary is pretty
yeah, but by the
useful.
time
The
you've
only one in the
heated
game.
that thing up to the point that you're getting heavy armor, you're not going to shoot it for long before it's going to light you on fire.
Well,
Fire
it's
resistant
important to
armor.
note, yeah,
Well,
fire
that's why I said I
resist.
think it's an overall nerf because you have to plan for that rather than you can just bring whatever armor passive you want. You have
Yeah,
to plan for
very
it,
true.
but I still think it is better when you have it with that its max potential with like vitality enhancement and fire resistant armor. That thing kicks ass. It's amazing.
I'd like to point out as well, like, you can jam a stim in your neck.
Yeah.
You just,
Yeah.
mostly get rid of the damage that you're taking for a little while. Especially if you got experimental infusion.
And have the medic armor passive, the best passive in the
But,
game.
most people don't really want to waste a stim just to have a long burst of fire.
Yeah.
I get that.
I haven't
Just-
really
just-
used the secret
But it's
grenade
really
yet.
powerful.
I haven't really used the
quirky little
secret
thing.
grenade yet.
The secret grenade is a weird one because I don't. It is useful. It can one shot gunships if it targets them, but you can't. It's you can't really like destroy bug nest holes or fabricators because it won't target them for some reason.
Yeah. I would say it is just a quirkier version of the impact grenades. It's nice if you got to take out something like 100 meters in the sky.
I think it would be a lot better if the battery life was more because right now that you can throw it on the ground and if there's nothing around it'll last. I think it's like either 30 seconds or a minute. It's definitely not a minute. It's not very long and then it'll like fall to the ground.
Well, on paper,
And
it seems best to just only throw them when you have a specific target in mind.
yeah. But
They can be pretty good against
having them hover
shriekers.
around you is just like a cool feeling to me.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
I think they can be pretty good against shriekers because shriekers typically come in a horde and they don't have much health, and the seeker does have a pretty decently sized explosion.
Yeah.
I think you're able to
I
kill a
think-
bunch of shriekers with
I
one
think
throw.
it's like it's best against that and like
just
gunships.
flying enemies. Yeah, like gunships, shriekers. But I would also go as far to say elevated overseers and the scanners, or whatever they're called. Little illuminate drones.
If I run the seekers, you have to bring a explosive option.
Oh yeah. Whether it's in your support weapon secondary or primary, you have to have some of your explosive to fall back on for destroying illuminate ships and fabricators, stuff like that. Or, you can just be cool and use the new armor passive and just jump into the hole. Did
You're
that
the
the other
bomb.
day. That is a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Especially against bugs where it's easiest to do. You keep falling. Those are a lot deeper than you might expect.
So I'm guessing you'd put it in well where would you put it in S tier?
I would put it behind.
Well, definitely at the bottom.
I wouldn't. I would put it behind Helldivers Mobilized, but in front of Democratic Detonation.
I still think Democratic Detonation is better. Democratic Detonation gives you like a solid primary. I feel like the double-edged sickle is a little too quirky. Democratic Detonation also gives you a solid secondary. I feel like the ultimatum's great, but you can't really fall back on it if your primary is out of ammo.
Can you fall back on the grenade pistol?
Nope.
So
But it does have more of a more utilitarian applications. like you can destroy 6 fabricators. Well, actually 7 fabricators with it. And you won't even have to pick up a resupply. That is quite a lot of grenades to work with, rather than the one that you get with the ultimatum per respawn.
Yeah, it
I just-
also has the exploding crossbow and the thermite grenade.
Yeah.
Is why I'm really
Portable hell bomb.
I don't know.
The exploding crossbow gives you something that is what a lot of people call the best one-handed primary in the game. If you're a big fan of the ballistic shield that recently got buffed a whole hell of a lot, then you have a pretty big incentive to use a one-handed primary.
Hell bomb.
Listen, I love the portable hell bomb. I bring it to every mission now. It can't be seen without that thing.
Hell bomb.
But I think if we're making this tier list for new players, I don't want to put it on too high of a pedestal because Democratic Detonation is more versatile. Allows for more different playstyles. When the Servants of Freedom Warbond pretty heavily goes on run and gun type playstyle. Some people would like to sit in one place for a little while, and Democratic Detonation offers the Eruptor for doing that. Some people would like to, be a lightweight person, but also kind of be out of the enemy's face. The Exploding Crossbow offers something like that. While the Servant's Freedom only really offers
Hell
things
bomb.
for people that want to be right next to the enemy.
Hell bomb.
In terms of like,
That's why I would think
maybe it's just because it came out
recently.
recently. Maybe it's just because it was recently released. I think I personally just enjoy it more, just because having the sickle's really fun to use, and the portable hell bomb is it's very funny to use.
Like I would go as far as to put it on the top of A tier.
I think it breaches that category into S tier. Because I don't have a fault with anything in that war bond when I have faults with some of the things in other war bonds. Like I don't
I think
really
the
look
only
at
fault I can give it is the seeker grenade isn't like the greatest. There are better grenade options,
yeah.
and there's no booster.
I feel like their goal when making this warbond was to just be fun and innovative, and they definitely did that. The armor passive is ridiculous. It's just really dumb. It's just kind of funny.
It's just a fun
And
armor
if
passive
that
all
was their
around.
goal, they definitely achieved that.
So where would y'all?
You know,
Alright, so Lance, would you put it in S or A? Top of A or bottom of S?
I would have to say bottom of S.
Bottom of S? Okay. So I'll concede the Democratic Detonation. That Democratic Detonation is still probably better. And we can put it below Democratic Detonation, but still in S tier. Because this War Bond, it's one of the few that I really don't have a problem with.
Hellbomb arm! Clear the area!
So, hopefully, they did not add the ultimatum and the portable hell bomb with the anticipation of adding a bunch of new overpowered Illuminate stuff. But they may have, because the Illuminate are going around cracking planets like Stellaris style, with the Planet Cracker, and Meridia is currently just kind of vibing, moving around, on a beeline past the Super Earth. So, I don't know. Maybe we should send a ship packed with hell bombs into it and just see what that does. That's my new theory. That's how we should stop it.
They might do something.
Well, if
Might
it's a
just make it
wormhole,
bigger.
well, if it is a wormhole, and there's just a bunch of Illuminate chilling on the other side, we could do like a Pacific Rim kind of thing, where we just go to the other side and blow them all up.
What I find so strange about this whole thing is, like, Meridia it moves to Angel's Venture. You travel to Angel's Venture. You can't see Meridia from where you're at the Angel's Venture.
Thought you could when it
So,
first happened.
no, couldn't.
I thought there was like
never
a purple
point.
blob, like kind of far away. That's what
There
people
may
thought
have
it
been.
was.
But it wasn't very easily visible. From the point that I'm trying to make here is, it never really reached the event horizon of Meridia. So something came out of Meridia and destroyed Angel's Venture. It wasn't the black hole specifically.
Yeah, and like if the black hole just kind of ate it, there wouldn't be anything left, would there be?
No. And also, if
Definitely
you
not.
look at it, the planet looks like it got shot by something. That's why I
Yeah,
kind of brought up the
It
Stellaris.
exploded from the center out.
Yeah, that's why I brought up the Stellaris comparison, because when the planet cracker cracks a planet, it drills a hole to the core and then shoots in a seismic wave to blow up the tectonic plates, and that's what it looks like happened to it.
So
So it looks like something came out, fucked the planet,
has some
and dipped.
It almost seems like they're using the Meridian black hole as some sort of mobile command center.
By the looks of it. And they have a path now. They're going to go on a path of just, I'm assuming, cracking planets until they get to Super Earth. If that ever happens, if we can stop them before they get there.
What I'm thinking is the only way that we can actually really stop this threat is by traveling through the black hole. Because they have teleportation technology. And we have no way of like wiping them all out, like wiping out their entire military force from where we are. We would have to go to their homeworld to do so.
Yeah, but we should go through and mess up whatever's on the other side. Again, the Pacific Rim analogy I made, we should just pack like 4 ships filled with hell bombs, go through, have a few loyal Helldivers get on it, send them through, go up to like their ship, like their home ship, if they have like some high charity kind of system, just blow it all up. Boom. Gone.
Like, one of two things are happening. They can either easily travel back and forth through the wormhole without like any damage being done to any equipment that goes through it, which seems like the most likely scenario here, or they're like having other Illuminate observers that are on this side of the black hole tell them where to aim, but I find that less likely. And if they can freely travel to and fro, then we can freely travel to and fro.
In Helldivers 1, I'm pretty sure that there's a line that one of the guys says on the ship in Helldivers 1, if anyone's actually played it, that says like, we have evidence that the Illuminate have a planet destroying device, right? And it's funny because in Helldivers 1, and this, I'm gonna get kind of conspiratorial. Don't tell the Ministry of Truth. I'm assuming that when the I don't know if it's a democracy officer, whenever the person on the ship says that, they're wrong. Right? The Illuminate don't have a planet destroying ship or a system or a gun or whatever. But now they do. And I think that's kind of funny that what we use as propaganda exists now. They are blowing planets up. They just did.
I'm kind of curious if all of this is like I don't really know what the outcome of this could be. Like I wonder if they're still planning on releasing the full Illuminate invasion force soon and not this like scouting party we've been fighting. Or are they just going to keep doing this whole system until it gets to Super Earth? And then they try to attack it, and then that's like we lose or we win there.
What I see them doing most likely is they're just gonna release some kind of major order that has to do with stopping the traveling of Meridia.
Yeah, we're
They
just gonna get
might
major orders
destroy
for all of it.
1 or 2 more planets in total, but I don't think they're gonna destroy a whole lot more. I
What
don't
if they
think that
just-
they're gonna make it even close to Super Earth.
What if they carve a path straight to Super Earth?
I don't see that as super likely, but we'll have to see about that.
What if they go to
What I'm a little
Malevelon
bit worried
Creek?
about, I think that they're not going to Malevelon Creek.
What if they just go and blow up Malevelon Creek just to piss people off?
That'd be stupid.
That would piss people off.
What I see them, what I'm kind of worried about them doing is they're gonna start the big invasion force as soon as we finish this major order. That would be a good thing. But what I'm afraid that they're going to do is they're going to be like, oh shoot, we didn't have enough time. And they're going to release like 2 more enemies and slowly add more over time. They have been hyping this up for so long. They better add like 5 new enemy types to the Illuminate.
Yeah,
So
they're all
They're
gonna
gonna be
be
like,
heavy.
check this out. It's Blimbo, everybody's favorite robot companion. I'm just afraid that they're taking this in a direction that they can't keep up with. Like they're constantly hyping things up for like this big thing. People were kind of disappointed with the first release of the Illuminate because it was just so unfinished when it came out.
Easy as
And
balls.
I would so much rather them just take longer than expected than just come out with another disappointing update.
I think that this Illuminate update, I'm pretty sure they're probably just going to add a ton of the old Illuminate stuff from Helldivers 1 in. Probably a bunch of larger vehicles. I hope. What I want is if they do, I want them to add a tank. I want them to add the tank. Right?
Like the really really big thing.
No. The
No.
Helldivers tank.
Helldiver tank.
Oh, okay, like a tank that you can drive. Okay.
Yes.
That
Helldivers
was in the
tank.
first Helldivers.
We've talked about this a little bit before. I would much rather see like an LAV, sort of like an APC, one that's like submersible, can drive on water, something that would help with all the difficulty there is crossing water on some of these planets. And also something that's just kind of beefier, more armored, and has a little bit more of like a beefier gun. Possibly something that can be shot by the driver as well. That would be kind of interesting.
That would be neat. I'm assuming they could have that. Like it would be a completely no one would have to be sitting outside. They can have it all remote powered or remote controlled.
Yeah, and like I could see the passengers also having something like a grenade launcher that they fire through little viewports on the side of the vehicle. But what I'm most concerned about is an armored vehicle that is also submersible. I think
And
that's a good
Adam's
place
been
to close
gone.
this off.
Adam's
Yeah, I
been
don't
gone.
know. I don't know if you heard, but there was a little Discord leaving sound effect
Adam
Yeah.
just died,
somewhere
I
about
think.
30 minutes ago, maybe.
Yeah, Adam's been
15
gone for a
Pretty
little
sure
bit.
it's internet trouble, but he hasn't came back yet. So
It's
I
all
don't
good.
know.
But he was here for most of the video.
Yeah.
And this is a good place to close it off. We talked about everything that we wanted to talk about. Happy Valentine's, everyone. Happy late Valentine's Day. I hope you're spending
Hopefully-
it with the person or persons that you love.
The Pookie Bears.
Also, I can't say that on YouTube. I was about to... Never mind. Have a great time. Bye-bye.